Hey everybody, this is Bamboo. Today's Friday, July 2nd, 2010, and once again I have a few moments alone and I wanted to do a video. My mom's out running some errands and stuff, so it was a good time to do a video. She's going to be gone for quite a while, I think, so this is probably going to be a two-parter, so prepare yourself now. I have a lot to talk about. Um, So, how am I doing? Feeling a lot better each day. Still not 100%. And people who tell you, oh, you'll be back up 100% in a few days. Liars. Total liars. At least for me, it is. I know some people say, I didn't have any pain. I don't have any pain. It doesn't hurt. And yada, yada, yada. Great for you, because that is not how my journey has been. In fact, the first couple of days I said, if I had known how uncomfortable I would be, I would not have done this. Today, I can say, I'm glad I did this. I still am sore, mostly on my left side, like I said before. My right side doesn't bother me at all. I do have a little bit of incisional pain on my right side wound, but it's nothing major at all. Nothing at all, really. So, all in all, each day is getting better. And I want to put out there, for people who are pre-op, when you get home from the hospital, the last thing that you want to do, honestly, is walk. But I can tell you, it is the best thing for you. My first two walks were like super short. It was like going out to my sidewalk and walking up and down in front of my house a few times and then coming back in. But as I was walking, I could feel like the oxygen going into my lungs, and I could feel the muscles of my core working. And when I came back in, felt like when I got up the next time, I had more strength and I had less pain and I could breathe better and I had less gas pains. And each time that I've walked, I can say, after I'm done with it, I feel better. And so you just have to push through some of the discomfort, and you have to mentally gear yourself up and say, okay, this is going to suck. It's not fun, but in however long, there is a positive result to this, so I'm going to do this now. And it really helps a lot, you guys. It helps so, so much. And it's, not only that, but it's really important for you to do so that you can prevent getting blood clots in your legs. And in addition to walking to prevent blood clots, my surgeon is big on just taking your foot, pointing it up at the ceiling when you're sitting in a chair or a recliner, and then pointing it out straight in front of you. And pointing it up at the ceiling and doing calf pumps. I started doing those as soon as I was awake enough after surgery, laying in bed, I started doing them. Of course, I had the sequential stockings on my legs that pump air and squeeze your leg and then blow it out. But I was still doing calf pumps even while I was doing that. And I've been doing them ever since. About every hour, if I've been sitting for an hour, I do 10 minutes of that. It doesn't hurt. It's not hard. It doesn't have really anything to do with your incisions or your core. It doesn't bother them at all. And I am all about trying to prevent having blood clots, because I don't want to deal with that. That's a big hassle. So that's walking and doing that are very important. So pre-oppers, make sure you do that. What else can I say about what's been going on? I'm feeling very mentally slow. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this post-op, but I just feel very I can't answer questions like I want to. I know week 2 is when I start my vitamin regimen, and my surgeon believes in not starting it in week 1. It's too harsh on your pouch, and in a way that's been good because it's a lot less to worry about. But I know week 2 is right around the corner, and so I am just totally lost in the time schedule that I should take these vitamins, because I know I can't take the calcium and the iron together, and I don't know, for whatever reason, like my brain cannot wrap, like I can't get wrapped around it, and that's so sad since I'm a nurse. But you guys, I feel like I can't answer even the simplest questions. Like my husband or my mom will ask me, well, what did you do with this? And I just can't even, like, it's like I can't process things right now. It is getting a bit better, but my gosh, it takes a while. So I'm just curious, did anybody else have that? Like where you just feel like I can't mentally like handle whatever it is that you're trying to say to me. Like I just can't wrap my mind around it. So anyway, I'm just curious about that. The other thing I wanted to ask is how many of you use the little incentive spirometer? Because I feel like this is a really important tool to have, and I have used the heck out of mine. I got every dollar worth of that thing. And just yesterday I was finally able to get my lung capacity back up to my pre-op level. And it's so funny when you do that thing. You do it pre-op and it seems easy and you're like, okay, not a big deal. And then you do it post-op and you try to get to where you were pre-op and it's like you get half as far and you feel winded. And it's like, what the heck? So another really important thing for you to use post-op, I think everybody should have that. That's pretty well standard protocol, and in every hospital I've ever worked in it is for surgery. So make sure you get it and make sure you use it because it's important. So what else has been going on? Been doing a lot of walking. I walked three times yesterday, 4 times the day before, but yesterday I took longer walks. I still cannot go anywhere as long as what I was doing pre-surgery. It's just too much. I get, I told you guys I have a park down the street, and pre-surgery I could walk around it like 3 or 4 times or whatever. I get around it once and I'm coming home because I can really feel by the time I get to the corner that I have got to come back and sit down and blow and just recover a little bit. So, I did that this morning. It's getting really hot here now. We've had some unseasonably cool weather, which has been just wonderful in terms of being out walking. But today is starting the warm up again, which is to be expected. It is July and it is in the Midwest, so it's kind of to be expected. And so I'm going to have to start switching my walking schedule around. Yesterday I did one early, one midday, and one later in the evening. So I think I'm going to have to go to a 2-a-day schedule just so I can avoid the heat, because me and heat have never done well. I told you guys that before. It makes me really sick to my stomach, and I don't want to deal with that. I get up and I move around my house a lot throughout the day, and so I will plan on just kind of doing some walking internally in the midday so that I am doing some movement and getting up, and my morning and evening walks will just have to be longer to make up for what I'm going to lose in the middle of the day. But yeah, so that's kind of a bummer to me. But the walking has gone really well. I ran into my neighbors yesterday evening. I was out walking, and my husband and my mom actually both walked with me. And it was just so beautiful last night. It was like low 70s, best breeze. We went and enjoyed the park for probably an hour. We were down there walking around and just kind of, they have these great little benches, and we were sitting and watching the ducks and all that kind of stuff. So it was nice, and today's not so nice. It's really hot. So, but I ran into my neighbors yesterday, and they both knew that I was having gastric bypass, and they were at the park last night, and so it was nice. They were checking in on me and let me know if I need anything. I'm, more than welcome to go over and ask or give them a call. We've got their phone numbers, and it's nice to have people that care about you. It really, really is. Gosh, I have a lot more I want to talk about. My time's going to run out, so I'm going to do a second video, so look for that here in a few.